Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
I caught up with the Oregon State head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Got it in the middle, it's Hampton. Running through contact. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
I think one of the reasons this offense is so dynamic in the passing game is they've got multiple receivers that can hurt you throwing it. First play of the game, they get a first down throwing it to one receiver. And now in the second play, they get another first down throwing it to a different guy. As a defense, you don't know which guy to double cover. This is going to be a real cat and mouse game for the rest of this one.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
Using his legs, it's Hatcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about Oregon State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hampton. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Beavers!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Back to pass. Gets it to the back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. Makes the grab. It's Freeman. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Finding some room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for space. It's Hatton. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense...
There he goes! Touchdown, Fresno State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Murphy. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Beavers will hustle to the line.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And they got it.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
On 3rd and long, trying to push it deep. He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Can they catch him? Touchdown, Fresno State. Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes swoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Butler. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldog! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Butler. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. On the option. The pitch. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Martin will throw it. Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Wide open downfield. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
That ball is live in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. He'll start this drive firing. They're setting up the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. The Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job of containing by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hampton. Strong, firm tackle.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw again. Stepping to the right. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet. But also, what you said is the most important thing. Keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Martin back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Freeman.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, he makes the catch. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Martin will throw it. Fires to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Fresno State right back to the line.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. On the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Finds a tight end. The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ramirez. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans, taking on the number 6 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And it's USC coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Wide receiver going in motion.
It gets them to 4-1 on the season.
Turning it on! 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Now on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Martin back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Got a wide open receiver. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Snags it and he's open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Hands it off. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. They'll go right back to him. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. 3rd touchdown of the game. A 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Beaver offense, ready to go. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Wants to throw on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's McMillan. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that is exactly... Draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Butler. He's chased out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and now they're backed up after that poor return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Works his way to the 18-yard line. Not enough for the first down. They'll be facing fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And he can make things happen, too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield, and it's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Hampton. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Makes the catch and he's free. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. Off play action. He wants to take the top off. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's McMillan. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Martin will throw it. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's McClain. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Right around the halfway point of the season. Neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. Go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets away from one. He's got space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Beavers in the hurry up.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Snap from the gun on third down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Handoff to the single back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Got his man. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Beavers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Newberry.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Beavers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The unproductive 1st down completion now brings up 2nd and long. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time, and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points, because this offense, it was a disappointing down.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. Off the play fake. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Beavers want to crank the tempo. The snap sets up to throw. Rushes on him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the draw. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. The play action fake. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here.